Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the show that's apparently all about me. And Tony. Tony's back there.
I'm here, yeah.
Tim couldn't make it, and Brad is wrapping up a turn of 40K he's playing out there. So I'm going to need you guys to talk to me so that I know that I can talk to you.
Yeah.
We can give a little bit of a recap tonight about the Michigan GT. That was a great time.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Crazy enough, we had Corn.
Oh, yeah, who won?
Dang it. World Leaders, thank you.
World Leaders won?
Yeah, World Leaders won the event.
I don't even know what they
best overall. Hello from October, indeed. Very sparse bench for now. It's going to get slightly less sparse. Also,
Yeah.
if you want to come out here, feel free. I know you're probably a little bit of distance away. I have taken over the Union. It is mine now.
Yeah.
I have voted Tim and Brad off of the island.
Yeah. And then Sisters came in second?
Yep, Sisters and World Leaders were competing at the top table. Second table was a mirror match of orcs, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
3 armies that I didn't expect to be that high up on the list. Especially not Sisters. I've spent a good portion of this edition convinced that Sisters were garbage.
Yeah, I've not assumed that they were particularly good ever. Not that I'm up on that sort of thing.
Sure.
But yeah, I've not really assumed that they were really a viable player for number 2.
Just the player. I mean, that's very possible.
It has a lot to do with that, but
Yeah, I think that the update, the last update really gave them a lot, and it helped out with in terms of points costs, and then the really big dogs in the meta being knocked down a peg, seriously helped them a lot too. Honestly, Tyranids were putting up some good numbers. I really liked seeing that. You could drown a Warlord Titan with 1,000,000 Termagants. You could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nurgle Matt, we got to hang out with Nurgle Matt this weekend.
Yeah. Did he compete, or was he just there?
He was there. He was doing some. I saw him doing some paint judging.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of all around running around. How did Eldar do? I don't recall seeing Eldar in any of the top 10 tables.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
Do they post the results?
Yeah, they've posted the results already.
Okay.
Actually, they're on. If you're on Facebook, go to the Michigan GT Facebook page.
Okay.
I was just reading them earlier before we came in, so I can hop on there and look real quick.
That would have been a good thing for me to
Let's see.
review.
So the top 5 were World Eaters, Sisters, Tau, Tyranids, and Votan. Your civic duty, hell yeah.
I don't even know what some of those are. I've heard of Votan, but I don't know what they
There
are.
were no Eldar in the top 10, which is super surprising. There were a lot of Eldar in the top 30.
Okay, yeah. World Eaters, Tau was 3rd, Tyranids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that there were no Eldar in the top 10. They didn't take enormous nerfs, but I really think that that the buffs to everyone else was served well. Gene Stealer Cult. Looking at the list, I don't see Gene Stealer Cult in the top 30 at all.
Yeah. Eldar really grouped together there.
Yeah, toward the bottom of that segment.
Yeah. Was it 5 in a row?
How many is in that whole first page there? I don't want to sit here and count them on camera, but triple nerf in action. I walked by a bunch of Gene Stealer Cult tables, and there were a lot of models off of the tables, way more units not coming back, and it hurts. It hurts them.
I don't know the reason, but there's 39.
39.
That's an odd
So
number to
no
go with,
Gene
but
Stealer Cult in the top 39. Probably just the way they formatted the page.
Yep. Probably, yeah.
So I suppose we could say top 40 with number 40 being Tau.
What would War Master be? And Drill Master?
I forget what War Master was. I think it had something to do with point totals. Oh, battle points.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah, that's what it is. So they scored the most points of anyone at the event. It just, without taking wins and losses into account.
Okay.
So, like, they remove record from that consideration. Hey, Mama G. And they just look at points. So that's how you get War Master.
Okay. And what is Drill Master?
Drill Master?
Yeah.
That one I don't know. Nurgle, what do you remember what Drill Master was for the accolade?
Oh, they also had painting and theme scores.
Yep.
Huh.
Whoa, best Drukari was like way down, like
Yeah.
number 120.
Yeah, it's not on the
Holy
top page.
crap!
Oh, is there?
Drukari did not have a good showing at the event. Neither did Gene Called actually. Sheesh. But
Yeah, I wish it had the numbers on here of what order they're in.
honestly, I'm surprised Votan came out and did so well.
Yeah, I don't even know what they are.
Ma's B-Day was last Wednesday. Sorry, well, happy belated birthday. Sorry we missed it. We had some family matters going on, so we couldn't have the show last week.
Oh.
Brad needs to hurry up with his turn out there.
He does. Yeah, they had a fair number of drops, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they had. They always have big drops.
Yeah.
It's
probably people who like make it through the first round. And
Jason, I'm not only the face of the show, I am the show. This is the Dakota show.
Yeah, unless I do this, and then it's not.
Sure, I suppose that's fair. Then you could be the face of the show.
Yeah, I don't want that.
You have power that I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of these metrics that they are giving us here. Do you know what game placing is?
Game placing?
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a chance to look at the data, I could probably figure it out.
Okay.
But I'm not familiar with the actual thing on it. Yeah, everything's all right now. Brett, I appreciate you asking. Until Brad shows up and starts talking about hot dogs, hell yeah.
Yep.
Tim did need some milk. He's apparently an adult now, so he had to stay home and study for a big exam he has coming up because he is a grown-up. He couldn't take an hour to spend time with the people he loves.
Yep.
Charge the desk, usurp the power.
No. Do you know what the W is? Is that just wins?
The W, yeah. W is just wins. Okay. Now they had
It's weird that
they
number
had the
one
sister,
got 4 wins.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that the sisters thing is an error on there because
They got 5 wins.
Yeah, because best overall was given to World Eaters.
Right. I mean, I guess they played each other and World Eaters won, but you would think that somebody with 5 wins would have played somebody with 5 wins.
Well, it was a 5 total of a game event.
Oh. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I'm assuming that was a mistake because everything I've seen was saying that Brian Daughtry won with World Eaters.
Right.
And yeah, he had
and
best
only 4
overall.
wins, which that's
well. I'm guessing that it has to be an error.
Right. Well, if that's the case, then sisters must be 4 and not 5.
I do not know what that stands for. I could have used PTO. Oh yeah, no, I couldn't have because Tim just didn't come.
I'm not sure what the last 2 letters are.
I'm not sure what the first 5 letters are.
Get your. I don't know.
It is just Dakota for now. You can come join me, my sweet wolf friend. Brad's out there. He's just taking a sweet time. Blood Bowl at Acropolis will be resuming in November. They're going to be doing another Premier League, starting brand new teams for everybody.
Okay, so it's what are they calling it, Premier League?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I think with all of the, I think I need to play elves. I think I need to.
Sure. Do you know which ones you're going with?
If I play elves, I'm playing dark elves.
Okay.
I personally, I think they're the best elves.
Sure.
Or well, I guess what depends on what terms. What up, Bradley?
Hey.
We've been talking a lot of 40K.
Yeah, just got done playing again.
Kind of.
Finishing 2 turns of 40K.
Hell yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. I think given the new Space Marine stuff, I'm going to we'll see what happens with them completely. I've seen I don't know if you've watched them. I've watched the Codex review. I've basically seen everything that they're doing. Aside from points, because we don't know what points are.
Massive drops.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't that come out?
Did they do points already?
I'm almost certain that they, or unless it was a rumor I saw, but
I think
yeah.
I think it was.
Is Brad's mic not on?
It's on.
Oh.
I think it was. No, I'm not fixing my headphones. They are fixed. That's how you're supposed to wear headphones.
That's incorrect.
Anyway, how are you supposed to hear anything if your ears are covered? Regardless. Wait, you're not even wearing headphones.
No, I was alone. Why would I?
I'm here.
Okay. I was partially alone.
But yeah, no, I heard.
Actually, it's not even remotely alone.
I heard they were going to
literally have someone with me.
point drops too.
Yeah.
At least that was, like I said, that was a rumor, but it's probably true. But yeah, they're talking about Marines being turned into a horde army.
Well, I mean, I don't think they'd ever be a horde army. You'd have to be really cheap to be.
Not traditionally, yeah, but
Sure.
like literally just. One of the lists I heard was like over 100 Marines on the table.
That's too many Marines. Yeah, that's too many Marines.
But yeah, that was
cosplay Hellboy.
All I was gonna do is shave my head for that. But yeah, no, that's one of the lists I heard was like over 100 Marines on the board.
How do you feel about World Eaters winning Michigan GT?
I think it's cool.
I think it's
cool.
really cool.
Melee armies are they have Angron.
They did have Angron.
Yeah, I think it's the only way you can play World Leaders competitively. But
they had a beautifully painted Angron.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really like World Eaters. Aesthetically, I think they look awesome.
I do too. I love the colors.
Yeah.
I do not like Heresy color scheme
for World Eaters. It's all right for what it is. For Heresy, the white and blue is really cool when you spackle some blood on it.
Yeah,
because of what they are.
Yeah, but
that's why it's white. Like that's the whole reason. Like it was a design choice not made by people in the narrative, but made by people. Like I'm gonna make them white, and then they love to murder people.
Yeah,
like, okay, cool. Go for it.
Without tanks, you can put a lot more Marines on the board. I saw a full tank Marine list at the GT.
That also stands to be one of the more competitive Marine lists. I have made that list. It is very good.
Mm-hmm. They had 3 Repulsor Executioners.
Yep.
3 Lancers.
Yep.
And there were, I think, there was a not a repulsor, a impulsor.
Okay.
And a couple other little things in there.
Yeah. What was their answer for infantry?
I don't even remember. I think there was just intercessors, things to literally be bodies on objectives while your boxes murder things from afar.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean that'll do it. Mm-hmm. It seems to be the direction the game goes.
Skewless gonna skew.
A lot of vehicles and a lot of infantry are gonna rule the table. I wonder how Guard are doing right now.
The top Guard player placed, what is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. So 25th.
Really?
Overall at the event?
The top Guard player at the GT?
Yeah, the GT was 25th place.
And that's Death Guard?
No,
Imperial Guard.
I don't see it, but okay.
Astra Militarum.
Oh.
Is what they're going to show up as.
I see.
So that was the highest
placed.
Eldar was 24th.
That was the highest placed Guard player was 25th?
Yeah. Highest placed Eldar was 24th.
That's interesting. I think it's...
2 lower, or 2 better than...
I'd like to see what they're running.
I'm sorry, you're right. 1 better.
Because I think as good as Guard, or as good as Marine kill boxes are, Guard kill boxes are like just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see like if Marine kill boxes go well, if Marine vehicles do well. There's no reason Guard vehicles shouldn't do well too.
Well, then the new detachment coming, there's that vehicle detachment that's really gonna pump them up.
Yeah, there's a couple things in there. That was one of the things I was looking at, because you can take what you're doing right now with bolter discipline and now give it to vehicles with a strat, and that's going to be very good. Like, I can't imagine a dreadnought or even a land raider.
I feel like it would be
Very
less
powerful.
punishing on a vehicle though than like a say a 10-man unit of pick your poison.
Depends on the unit. You put it on a land raider crusader. You're gonna murder pretty much whatever you want. You put it on even a dreadnought with plasma. You put it on. There's a lot of vehicles you can put that on and be very good. But yeah, it's also a bubble of lethal hits as well.
Oh, is what the stratagem is?
No, it's what the relic is. It's a relic and a stratagem.
Mm-hmm.
So the stratagem gives you sustained hits and crit hits on 5s if you're a vehicle. And then the relic just gives you, I'm a vehicle lieutenant for all vehicles within 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be given to a tech marine. But yeah, so that's what that is. And so you just spend a CP and you're like, eh. And I think it's even a battle tactic too, so there might even be a way to get free CP, just spend it for free and be able to do it twice. Not 100% sure, but there might be a way to do it. Which would be even crazier. But yeah, so that's kind of one of the things. Real quick, there's no jump lieutenant, is there?
No.
Okay.
There will be a jump captain.
Yeah. Can he be attached to Inceptors, do we know?
We haven't seen a data slate yet.
Okay. All right, never mind then.
Well, because he probably. Oh, you meaning just for the purposes of the relic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You need lethal hits too, so it'd have to be a lieutenant. But
I would assume he probably will not be able to go on them.
okay. Yeah, me too, because they're technically in Gravis armor too.
Yeah. So he'll be
Probably
able to.
not.
He'll be able to join the assault or
The
what are
jump
they
assault,
called?
jump assault intercessors.
jump assault.
I wish we could just get some more clever names.
Inceptoppers.
Inceptopters.
There you go.
What about Intopceptors?
Intopceptors. I like it.
Intop.
And they just have like these like
Intopcepsors.
they put like a the chainsword on their helmet, so they just like
so like a marine dinosaur.
yeah. And
Alright.
like either can be like scissors, right? Like the chainsaw. Like
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
Yeah.
This is gold right here. GW.
But yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what comes out of that book, because at this point I've seen all the other stuff. I'm not impressed with how Marines are looking right now. I'll have to wait to see points and what points look like, because at this time the only thing I think that's going to make them good is if you make them a lot cheaper. And I just don't want to see I don't want to see 100 Marine lists.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either.
But if that's the only way to play them that are good, then it'll be interesting.
It would explain the mortal wound and the charge.
Huh?
The chainsaw
yeah.
headbutt thing.
Absolutely. But yeah.
So-
we'll see
so,
how that turns out.
We talked to a distributor when we were there of Conquest,
Okay.
which it sounds like Tim is going to start to carry.
Okay.
Joel really got me going on Conquest.
What is Conquest again exactly?
Conquest is another miniatures game, but it's like fantasy based, but it's like rank and file.
I can't do it.
Dude,
It's too much.
it looks so good.
I'm no 40K
It
is all the
looks-
miniature. I have
It
too many
looks
balls up in the air.
So good.
You guys have fun. I have too many balls up in the air. I can't afford another tabletop game. I can't do it. I have too many hobbies.
Yes,
and too much
Brett.
things I'm spending money
This
on.
is what we need.
Oh, but yeah, you guys have a blast. Rank and file. What about isn't classic or whatever it's called?
Classic. Fantasy
Fantasy, yeah.
or old world.
Old world. That's what it is.
Sure, but
That's rank and file.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm so hesitant. Don't get me wrong. It's probably going to be really good.
Probably.
I don't know how many armies they're going to have like going into it.
Sure.
And I don't really want to play against like all the really old stuff that's like
Goofy
they're
looking.
like, hey, we gave this rules just because we don't want people that have been doing this for 84 years to be mad at us.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that ship has already sailed.
We will. Yeah, this
Sigmar.
weekend we're probably going to see a lot of old world.
Okay.
Yeah, and given the timing, yeah, they might. They might. I mean, they released what was it? 30K around this time.
Mm-hmm.
So we very well might.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. But it sounds.
Conquest. Who's making Conquest? Is it some?
I don't know the name. Can you look that up, Tony? Who the name of the developer of Conquest?
Are they like an indie publisher, or are they like a big name?
I would probably say they're more of an indie publisher.
Okay.
But they've got like their own lore and everything, and
That's cool.
oh god, they look so good.
That's cool. Yeah, it might be kind of cool. I don't know. What it all cost money, time.
Wait, what?
Cost money, time.
Yeah,
that thing. Like
you want to know how much it costs? Or
I'm just saying those are the determining factors. I mean, cost and money are the same thing. But those are the factors that will determine whether or not I can do it. If it's fairly cheap, kind of like Legion was.
What about the game though? Like, you mean what about Conquest or about Old World?
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I did a demo of Conquest, and I got to watch. It is cheaper than GW. That is a fact.
That is not a hard. That is not a low bar. It'd be cheaper than GW.
yeah.
It is a low bar.
The models are actually the models are a fantastic quality.
They're pretty good.
I genuinely didn't expect it.
Okay.
But like because Joel was telling me all about it, I was like, okay, well, there's an entire like host of people here playing a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The models are plastic. They have a couple. They have some that are in resin, but they're high quality resin. They're not like fine cast resin.
Thank God.
But the resin things are mostly going to be either like some characters or they're really big stuff. And some of their stuff is really big. Like they're like the orc army in the game has dinosaurs, and it's really cool.
That might be. What do the dinosaurs look like?
Tony, pull up go to the Conquest website and you already got it.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna tell Tony to just look up a picture of a dinosaur like that.
Yeah. Hey, could you just pull a screen snap of
Stegosaurus?
yeah, I was gonna say Jurassic Park. Like there you go. Just let's super glue like a 40K orc to it.
Yeah, but Parabellum is the name of the
Parabellum.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the world has, it looks like about 8 different.
I'll have to.
8 different like races.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if we can.
8 different factions.
The lore.
I think it was the Duegome. They've got like weird names.
Okay, so they're not they're
This
not
doesn't
like
have any
orc
pictures
or...
of the.
Yeah, you look at. No, I'm sorry. Duegome, I think, are actually the dwarves.
Okay.
They got they're trying to be GW. They're like, we got to take this basic thing and give it our
Factions,
own name.
Hunted Kingdoms, the Spires, Dwagum, Nords, and
The
Wadrun.
Wadrun. I might be Wadrun. I'm not super
weird...
up on the names of everything yet. I will be playing the city states though, which are basically like.
Yeah, this is all hand drawn.
Like...
It looks nice, but it's not what we're looking for.
No.
That's very Lord of the Ringsy.
Nords is pretty on the nose, yeah. Norse kind of thing.
So Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, dude, another game. You got to check it out because it's.
I've always kind of liked.
It's
orcs.
looking really cool.
These look kind of orky.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a dinosaur.
But yeah, the city states look cool.
Yeah, city states are basically like Spartans, hoplites, and such.
I mean, that's kind of what Greece. That's basically what Greece was back in the day. Was.
Can you find pictures of the models?
I am trying to. Organized play.
But anyway, so like one of the mechanics of the game is, you have like a deck of cards. You have a card for each unit in the army.
Yeah.
And when it's the start of a turn, also it's alternate activation.
Okay.
Okay. So you create like a deck. Well, not like a deck. You organize your like deck of units, and you draw to determine like the order that your units are like activate in.
It sounds like Legion.
And yeah, but kind of. But you get to set the order of activation.
Okay, so I have to. Maybe I'd have to play it. that concept specifically, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that I would have to go in a particular order that's predetermined already.
Well, there's also things that
I like being able
that
to
can
choose, right?
impact it and can change it.
Yeah.
Like there are units that, when activated, they can have effects on the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that order is it's predetermined, but it's random. Like each unit has a card associated with it,
Okay.
and you shuffle them.
Oh, you don't determine the order. It's
right.
They're activated. That's interesting.
I think it's
okay.
is it shuffled or is it decided?
Dakota pulls a 6.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is it shuffled or is it or is it decided?
In the demo I played, it was decided. But,
Okay.
But when you're playing a full scale game, it can very well be different.
Okay. I could have misunderstood when it was explained to me, but
So do the models.
yeah.
These are like giants from city states.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's
They're big. Like these are like knight sized like giants.
For $100,
yeah, this one's $100. That's not small, but
it's not cheap.
no,
No, it's not cheap, but they are
cool
genuinely
looking
good
model.
quality.
I bet. I'm not. Yeah, they look good.
Are they seeing this on here?
Yeah.
Tony?
I'm not trying to disparage the game.
Oh
at
yeah,
all,
no, I mean, I anyone can have reservations and before playing it, and I think so. Joel has 2 armies already.
Oh God, of course he does.
Yeah, and Ted has a ton already.
Of course he does.
It looked
Yeah.
like the
His is
scale
probably
was
all painted.
relatively small compared to 40K. I could be wrong on that.
I think the scale is actually slightly bigger.
As
I
far
think, I think
sorry,
it's-
the size of the army.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
game
realized
scale.
what I
Yeah.
said was misleading, but yeah, it sounded like it you
I mean,
needed
you're
less models.
gonna have less models on the table than you would in a typical 40K game.
That's attractive.
Yeah.
'Cause that's one of the things. Is like if you can maintain low cost and model count, I think that really helps.
I really like these Minotaurs.
Yeah, those are some.
Is this still city states?
Yeah.
Yeah, the art is. Oops, that's me. The art is pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
I mean, I
Can-
don't
can you
think
pull up
those are
the
actual
hoplites?
models. Yeah.
File.
I can look for them at least.
Which would probably be cool, but that sounds like a horde army.
Orcs.
Yeah.
Well, the dinosaurs are enormous.
Yeah.
They are huge. Yeah, kind of like medieval fantasy, but it's pretty high fantasy stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what this looks like.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of like hoplites.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, I think they literally are called
They
hoplites.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I believe
hoplite
if I'm
leader.
not mistaken, it's 30 millimeter scale instead of 25. I think 40K is 25 millimeter.
Yeah. Although 40K might be. I think they've technically.
It technically scaled up a bit.
Yeah. I
right.
don't think they're quite 25.
They've always technically been 25 millimeter, but
Once your
yeah.
Marines are now on 32s. Like most things in the game are now at least on a 32, unless it's
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Sisters
Oh,
Guard
it must be this one.
called.
The
It's demons.
Wadroon, I guess, is probably the.
Wadroon.
I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it.
Oh,
That
the orcs.
up here.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one with the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that looks drawn and not
Not the
not
actual
a model.
It could be. It could be digital.
Well, it was probably drawn digitally, but
Yeah.
oops.
That's okay. That's all right. Like I said,
I'm pretty excited to play it because
Yeah.
it looks like a lot of fun.
I won't be the first one to get models, but I'm not. I won't rule it out completely.
Joel and I are already splitting a box.
How much is a box?
Well, so there was a 2 army starter set.
Okay.
I think you get let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think so on the one side I got I think it was 24 models or something, and it was 4 separate units.
Okay.
And the other side was roughly the same. I don't really remember what Joel got in his side because I was trying to focus on the city state side.
Yeah.
But that box is $180, so 90 a piece, and that's roughly half of an army.
Okay.
Or because they still do 2,000 points. This was roughly half.
Okay, so legitimately just dinosaurs.
No, yeah, seriously.
This is
Just
well,
a dinosaur.
Also, this is a bit more expensive box.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not dinosaurs.
No,
I'd
yeah,
have
those,
to- I'd have to look-
those are the orcs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to look through
Yeah.
them and see what
That's
what
the
I
most
would
expensive
wanna
box
do.
they have though at $630.
Oh no, this is
Is this-
literally like the entire army box.
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap!
Yeah,
okay.
no, they came. Like I was talking to the guy at the event about these, and he was like, new players were approaching him and be like, hey, like, can I just buy one thing and it's literally everything? And he's like, let me talk to my guys. And so they put these boxes together, and it's literally just like you buy this and you're done. There you go. This is everything you need.
That's
Also,
if it's a deal, it's
yeah,
attractive.
I think he said that's like a 25% discount
Oh my goodness!
to buy
That's not bad.
this versus
It's a
piecemeal.
lot of money though.
Oh no, it's a lot of money up front. I totally get that.
That's-
But like
There's
to
some cool stuff in there though.
Yeah.
This is
Is this something Tim's gonna
is this
carry?
100? Yeah, Tim. We were talking to him, and on the they're very good on the
if people
the
play it, he
retail
will.
side.
Okay.
So like for Tim, it's a good deal.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Is this 100 Kingdoms? Yeah,
Yeah.
100 Kingdoms looks really cool. They're like Bretonian type knights and everything. I figured that would be the kind of Tim wanted city states, but I told him I was jumping on it first. Oh yeah, it's really cool. Well, let's see what are people saying here.
Well, apparently this is a limited time offer.
Oh, probably.
But $500 for an entire
Yeah, and
army
it,
is
oh,
a bit
damn
more
it.
reasonable than
I was gonna
what you
say
see with-
something too.
It's a bit more reasonable than what you see with GW.
Yeah.
One
could-
player starter set
Depending on the
for
army.
$150.
I was talking to the guy that
not bad.
runs
Probably
it
what I'd
too,
go with.
and he said that I could work with him, and he would send us basically like we could have a
Demo
like a
kits.
build and take event where he'd send me some kits for free, and I could just have people build them, and they can just have them. They can just take models home for free.
Cool.
That'd be cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Well, stay tuned for more on that. We'll probably
One more
probably
thing
do
before
stuff with that.
one more thing before we switch off of that, but it's something that I think a lot of people would be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
All of the rules are free. They
Oh,
don't
cool.
they don't
That's
charge you for any codexes or there's every rules update is totally free. The only time they're ever going to charge you for anything is if you're getting a model or dice or whatever.
and
Is
it's
if you're
physical
getting a
product.
physical, yeah.
Do they have print material if you wanted it?
I believe so.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
I assume they have PDFs for free.
Yeah, so they have their own like list building app.
Sure.
And all of the rules for everything are available for free on that. And yeah, that is a big plus. I completely agree, Eli. Yeah.
Oh, there's two-player
It's-
starter kit that appears to have 2 rule books in it, which obviously, I mean, if you're getting print material, it's only reasonable to assume you'd be paying for it. If you wanted
Oh
to print
yeah,
it yourself,
no,
you'd be paying.
100%. Yeah, I get that.
It's-
But they
printing is
do
not cheap.
offer all of that for free. The only thing that they really care about people paying for is like because the guy said that if you're getting a model from us, I don't want to charge you to be able to play with your toys.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
it
mean?
looks like I don't know what I just clicked on there, but it looks like $15 for a soft cover rulebook. That's way more
That's
reasonable.
understandable.
Than what-
Yeah, no, that's reasonable
that's-
for sure.
and it looks thick. I mean,
I've never been one that was super upset about paying for rules, but I'm gonna be.
I mean, you're getting-
I'm perfectly content with getting them for free too.
right? You're getting like a full textbook.
Yeah,
The problem is you're paying the better part of textbook prices
sure.
Right.
through GW.
But I mean,
Right.
there definitely are people who have a problem with paying for rules, though. And I mean, if this is good for them, then cool.
But yeah, so many people I know in this hobby just love looking through the new rule books, getting
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the
And-
fun for me
yeah.
as well. That's why it's
So yeah, I assume. So I'm just saying having that option instead of having to have
Yeah.
it in a PDF
usually
is
really high quality.
Yeah.
too.
They also do like regular rules updates and
Okay.
and everything
That's
too.
cool.
Yeah,
So
and I mean the fact that they do that for free is really cool.
and they appear to have 2 different versions of Conquest.
I forget which one was Spire, Nathan. Were they the aliens? There's an alien army that's like they have like their entire army is like a bunch of clones. It's kind of neat.
Probably Spire. That's what I just clicked on, and they're kind of crazy looking.
Hmm.
Very, I would probably say alien. A little bit dead looking here, maybe.
Yeah, they have like a Roman like undead army too.
That might be this. Or it could be alien. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, that's Conquest. I definitely keep an eye out for that, but I'm going to be playing it because I'm really excited for it.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Some
cool.
games in here.
Yeah, a little more diversity of product would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood Bowl.
Blood Bowl.
Vampires just came out.
They did. They seem interesting.
Yeah. We've already had the rules on them for quite some time. I just saw the kits sitting on the counter. Oh, I think yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. But yeah, so I'm sitting there just looking them over. What do you think about them? What are your final thoughts?
About the models or about the list?
All of it.
I don't have a problem with the models. I kind of like them. The runners I think are a huge miss.
Yeah.
I don't like the runner model. But that one will be easy enough to find a proxy and do something else.
Sure.
But the rest of the models I think are really good. The thralls, they look, strung out, and they've kind of they fit the aesthetic of the team.
Yeah.
I think they kind of hit the nail on the head with what they were going for.
She looks like a goofball.
She does look like a goofball.
Do not like that hat.
No, it's like a weird tentacle hat. Am I the only one seeing a tentacle there?
I do know that you say it. I was seeing like a
teeth.
pirate hat with
could
teeth.
be teeth. Yeah.
I don't like it.
He just doesn't like boobs. That's not true. Very untrue.
I don't see boobs.
No, I'm the runner model. These ones are star players, which I actually really like the count here. The count counts.
Right.
I don't like the glasses.
He is a strength 5 vampire that does not have bloodlust.
Ugh.
Yeah,
What the hell? How much money?
I don't think that has actually come out
If
yet.
he's just
Once per
undead
game.
Griff, we're gonna have an issue.
Let's see what
He's
what
got
is
When he
it?
block
scores a
and
touchdown,
sidestep.
his controlling coach
You
may
read
gain
that.
one team reroll.
It's per game with a count. Scores a touchdown. His controlling coach may gain one team.
I mean, his rule is kind of yeah.
Okay, whatever.
He has to
That's-
score a
it's not-
touchdown and you get a reroll.
That's not that.
like cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Like
whatever.
I wish more
gone by the
things
end of the
were
next drive.
around that power level,
Sure.
but some are too good. Like the
It's-
other chick, the one above, once per game when she fails bloodlust, she can feed upon an opposing player.
Well,
That's-
that's
way too powerful.
That's way too powerful.
it. Really
I
is.
agree.
It
I
really
agree.
is.
I mean,
Does it
there's
take him off the field?
it can. It's
breaks
an
it.
automatic injury rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Um,
it's just injury.
I mean, aside from that, she's probably strength 3 with dodge and jump up.
Strength
Do
3.
they use
oh, wait.
7?
Do they use Mighty Blow or anything for Bloodlust?
No,
Okay.
because it's not as a result of a block.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
All right. He's got block and sidestep.
Yeah.
She has dodge and jump up.
which is very good.
And then
The
this
Vargeist,
guy.
I like the Vargeist. I think it feels like as far on the big guy side of things, it might be a bit weaker than
Well,
other
it's
big
a
guys.
Yeti with Bloodlust instead of
He's a
channeled. No, animals. I don't know what it has.
This guy's bloodlust 3+.
Yes.
Is that
Doesn't
normal?
matter.
Is 2
You're
up?
just- You're throwing
So
blocks
so
at them,
if
it
you
doesn't
if you declare a block or a blitz, you get +1 to the roll.
Yeah.
So it's basically a 2-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually
So-
better than most.
So
because
honestly,
that stuff is
in terms
+2.
of like reliability, probably one of the more reliable big guys out there. Because
it's on a 3 if you just want to move them.
Yeah.
4.
yeah.
Yeah,
mhm.
it's better.
Now, granted, if you're just moving him, it's on a 3-up, and you could very well smack a thrall.
Yeah.
I don't know what his strength is, but he's described as having high
Strength
strength.
5.
Oh,
He is
so-
armor 10.
Okay.
The Vargeist feels like a worse rat ogre to me, but better than Unchanneled Fury.
But with high strength, I mean, I guess if you're not
Mm-hmm.
blitzing, then. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you can just
Well, he's
attack
got
somebody.
claws
He has claw and
instead of
frenzy.
Mighty Blow, but
Yeah.
that's what you want.
The
if you're
first thing you're
level
gonna
him.
do is get him
Mighty
Mighty
Blow.
Blow, and then after that, you're gonna weigh your options and how fast you're getting
Probably
SPP.
Juggernaut or Brawler next, because you're gonna need that block mitigation. You need that both down mitigation. So, yeah, so Brawler or Juggernaut, depending on if you're blitzing with him. Which, with Frenzy, Mighty Blow, and Claw, you're probably gonna blitz with him more often than you think.
Yeah, I feel like there's like
So,
a
yeah.
pirate theme going on here.
Get your removal.
Yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
It felt like that way a little bit.
Mid-century Romania.
Now, one of Nathan's ideas he put out there was one of the first thing he wants to do is get strip ball
I don't
on
wanna hear it.
a. I mean, it's basically your idea.
Oh, for what?
It puts strip ball on a blitzer because they come with Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a fantastic idea. Yes. Yes.
and they're strength 4 out of the gate. So it's basically a corn gore with strip ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, on the blitz, yeah.
Yeah.
Corn gore on the blitz. But yeah, no, that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Because that's typically the first thing I give a corn gore, strip ball. Because, yeah, I mean, it's just a good combination to have.
This guy's wearing like a early football helmet almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I like most of the models. It's just that runner. Go down. It's the next one down. There you go. That's the runner.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't care I don't like this like popped collar shoulder pad thing that's going on. I don't like the hair. I mean,
I think
there's
they're
a
going for a
helmeted
Bride of
version that looks a
Frankenstein kind
lot
of thing.
better.
Oh, that would look a lot
yeah,
better.
it's just like, and then it's got like the boobs showing there, and it's just it seems out of place.
It's unnecessary.
It is unnecessary. But like the biggest problem is this.
For me, it's the head. It's the face.
Yeah, the head, the
hair.
face, the hair. And those shoulders with whatever the hell is going on there.
Yeah.
Maybe I can figure, like, maybe when I get like the bits in my hand, I can figure something out.
Yeah.
You can live with the boobs, like whatever.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing like a Bride of Frankenstein kind of thing for the hair.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Yeah,
it
it's
looked
just,
like they were trying to bring it up to like you could literally just make all that.
Yeah, the
shorter
Bride of Dracula aesthetic.
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah, the helmeted one.
one's
On that last picture you just had there, Tony.
Yeah, it looks way better.
It is way better. You just gotta. So you just slap that helmet on there, and then you figure something to do with those shoulders. Maybe I could just trim them down.
The tits though.
They don't bother me that much because it's just.
It don't bother me either.
Also, the paint job might also accentuate that a little too much.
Maybe.
I think the thrower is a really good model.
Yeah,
this one
looks cool.
Yeah, there's an alternate sculpt for him where he has a
think
helmet and like a different arm. It's not reaching out; it's folded in, and it's like a bat wing.
What do you think of him as a thrower?
You mean just in terms of being the guy that's throwing the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, he throws on a 2+. He has pass, agility 2+.
He's got strength 4.
He does have strength 4. So like he's a great ball carrier. Honestly, like any vampire is a great to put the ball on. The runners are movement 8.
How do you think you level him? What do you give him?
What does he have access to again? He has passing, agility in general, strength secondary.
Yes.
How do you level that guy?
Do you give him?
Do you just ignore the fact that he's passing access? You just like you're just like, hey, he throws on a 2, cool. I'll rely on that when I have to.
Yeah, I think so.
Other than that, you're building him basically like an elf, but he has strength 4. I don't know.
Blodge?
I mean, Blodge seems like a for sure thing.
Yeah.
You put Blodge on them and the runner, because Blodge is just good.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're probably. How do you build the Blitzer though? Because the Blitzer has
Juggernaut.
everything.
Yeah.
But you're gonna want block on him eventually, right? Because you want him to be able to put things down on a block.
Juggernaut's one of those weird skills like that.
Juggernaut is a skill that I think you're just grateful to have.
Yeah.
But you're not. It's not really part of the build.
Yeah.
For most things, I mean, they're like strip ball that can definitely come up.
If you're doing that, I would do Frenzy. So
I love Frenzy.
So Frenzy on
I have a problem with Frenzy.
Frenzy on a strength 4 guy with Juggernaut is very good because on those blitzes, you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You just push him, and he's got Juggernaut. So that means all that stand firm. People like to play fast and loose with the edge of the board with stand firm.
Mm-hmm.
You just ignore it. Now, there's a lot more sidestep than there is stand firm. But
Nathan brings up a good point. You use him as a hypnotic gaze piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gets to do it on a 2+.
Yeah.
And he's strength 4. Now, the problem with the runner is that they're movement 8 and they're strength 3. So when you're running up and you're using them to gaze stuff, they're going to get punched in the face and they're going to die.
Is hypnotic gaze a strength check?
No, it's still an agility check, but now you don't get to move after you gaze.
I see.
So now you're standing next to someone who can just declare a block on you next turn.
He's just gonna punch you.
Sure, you can give them some thrall support and stuff. The team is gonna be guard starved. There's only
I think that's good. I think the way that's set up is good. I don't think you want to see that team with a lot of guard. I think that would I think that could very well break the team depending on how it's leveled. So
Guard.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the only ones that have direct access are the Vargeist and the Blitzers.
Yeah.
And
so you give them guard. So that's that's probably one of the first things you get.
So realistically,
Frenzy, guard, strip ball if you want to go that route.
Realistically, the team is going to have 3 guard unless you're way later.
Yeah.
And like guard combined with hypnotic gaze is very powerful.
Yeah. Well, 3 guard also seems like enough too.
When you have that much strength 4, I think I agree.
Yeah, on a basic level, it seems.
And also, the team isn't built around brawling. You're not trying to fight.
No, you're not.
You're getting in, you're getting out with the ball.
Yeah, you're using your strength to kind of bully your opponent around, but you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a strength 4 elf team is what it is.
Sure.
But with a drawback, right?
You've gotta have a fresh bench of blood bags.
Right.
Yeah, and at $40K a pop.
That's cheap.
It is cheap.
But that's one of the things that'll probably hurt them down the road is it's going to inflate the TV, and you'll be giving your opponent some inducements, which
maybe
that could really hurt you.
Very well.
That could really
danger
hurt
elves.
Yeah, spicy elves.
Yeah, the like the more I look at the runner, the less I feel its power level is. Like, just because... I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
movement
strength
8.
3, movement 8, very good.
Well,
and agility 2 plus.
2, movement 8. So it's so look.
I'm not down on it whatsoever.
What's its other skills?
I don't think it comes with any skills.
Okay, so it's just
like its skill is movement 8. Yeah, right. So I don't think it comes with anything. It's just bloodlust.
And it's got agility, general, and passing probably.
Mm-hmm. I think passing secondary.
Okay. So
I think it's just agility in general.
That's all you need on it. So blodge on those probably.
And I'm pretty sure it might even pass on a 5. Ooh. I'd have to double check.
Your blitzers have agility access, right?
Don't I know the pain of spare thralls tax?
Yeah, so I still wouldn't recommend a 16-player team, but I'd never recommend a 16-player team unless you're playing like ogres or something.
I could very well see this team rolling 13 or 14 players.
I could too. I think 14.
I could see 14
go
being
more than 14. I think 15 and 16 is. I think that's 80K.
Yeah, and I did forget about the free thrall when an opponent dies.
What?
Yeah.
Free thrall on opponent death is nice. That and thrall passing going to 4+. What is? You just get a free thrall when you
when undead team gets a zombie,
okay,
or Nurgle gets a dude.
Well, they have to. Well, no,
they have to. Well, I don't know how it works. Right, but like after the game, you have to pay for it. I don't know if they have to or not.
Yeah, I would imagine probably so. They just doesn't get added to your team.
Well, yeah. I mean, having multiple MNGs, sure, but at 40K a pop, you're not gonna care. You're gonna like. There's so much money in this game, and
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point too. Like you're just gonna buy. You're not gonna care about level thralls, so you're just gonna buy thralls as you need them. You have 2 missing game, buy 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you really need.
I think at some point you're gonna start to care about level thralls. Like you're gonna want a dirty player. You're gonna want.
They have just general access, right?
Yeah.
So
they're basically an armor busted human lineman.
Yeah, is
really all they are.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 40K too. So you just don't want to put. I wouldn't go with more than one skill on them though.
I probably wouldn't either. They're blood bags. Their role is to die. So
yeah, they get punched and they get bit, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Straight randoms on thralls, like genuinely, I could see that being good.
I still wouldn't do that. I still wouldn't
randoms.
Do that. Yeah, no.
I would
if it's 10K for a random, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't increase that. That TV is going to be a lot higher.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, I think if you get, I don't think you're going to get many star player points on thralls. Granted, I think there's, very well you could have in the first handful of turns of the game have a thrall carrying the ball. Just because that way
early on in like
early, no, I mean like in the early half of or in the early like turns of a drive, You could have a thrall carrying the ball, just so you're not rolling bloodlust to move the ball around.
Maybe runners with movement 8. They have bloodlust 2+.
Well, I
right?
mean, you can easily hand off to any vampire on a 2+, and that's not guaranteed by any means.
Fair, but you're still
And
gonna
this is also very matchup dependent.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing against elves, I think you want the ball on a strength 4 player. Like so you give it to one of them.
Sure, yeah. I don't disagree.
But
with that,
against like a beefier team, you very well might want your strength 4 guys up front, doing what fighting there is to be done.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So then the next kind of theory before we wrap up, if you're playing against a vampire team, who do you target? Do you target the thralls or do you target the vampires?
Probably the thralls.
I've always been team thrall for that. Like I think you go for the thralls. Because like the team will start to fall apart on its own without the thralls.
Right. So I mean, you're counting on them to fail bloodlust. It'll happen, but
I've heard tons of people argue the opposite and say you hit the vamps whenever you can.
If you foul the vamps,
sure,
I wouldn't foul a thrall. But maybe
it depends. It depends on how far ahead you are. Yeah, like because when you're ahead.
Yeah, it also depends on what skills are on the vamps too. But I would go thralls. Thralls are easy targets. It's not only just like that the team needs thralls for bloodlust too. It's that playing against a team with 6 players is so much easier than playing against a team with 10 players. So like removing 3 thralls to me is more valuable than removing 1 vampire. You know?
Oh yeah, no, I'd agree with that 100%. Because thralls, while they might be armor 8, they're still strength 3, movement 6 players.
Yeah,
like
they're someone who's in the way.
They're perfectly capable of performing a blitz on their own, like
or providing an assist.
Yeah, like they're still a player, they're not goblins.
No,
like they're still a player that you have to deal with.
So the more you whittle that team down to size, the easier it's going to get through. Now, and this is also another thing that vampire players are going to have to consider. What the hell are you going to put on your line? If you're kicking, what goes on your line?
It has to be thralls.
Right?
It has to be thralls.
So you have to
because you love your vampires. Because you have to love your vampires.
Yeah.
Because you're playing vampires.
Yeah. So you put thralls on the line.
All of them having regeneration, and you can have an apothecary.
I forgot. That's another. Yeah, you do not target the vamps line. I totally forgot they all had a regen.
Well, I mean, even just KOs are good. Like even just a KO is still valuable.
I mean, it benches
them. In terms of winning a drive.
Yeah, it benches them. That's fair. Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I think I still go. You go. I think you still go after thralls for maximum punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And obviously, it's still situational. So if the situation arises where you can take out a vamp, do it.
Well, dude, it's like the war dancer thing. Like if I have a blitz on a runner, I'm probably going to take a blitz on the runner.
Yeah, right.
Right. Sure, they've got regeneration, but even a KO or an armor break, even just breaking the armor on one of those movement 8 players is big.
Well, yeah, you take that opportunity too. So like your blitzers, So I think I'm gonna play Corn next season. So am I gonna take my blood spawn and use it on a thrall? No, I'm gonna target a blitzer with that guy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take. I think I'm starting with a blood spawn too, by the way. But
what do you have to sacrifice for that? Are you gonna give up Bloodseekers for that?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah,
I think Bloodseekers are way more important.
I maxed it out, and I think the blood spawn is just a better investment early on.
Maybe. I mean, they're definitely a dangerous investment. In terms of your opponent.
Yeah.
They should be afraid of you because it's terrifying.
Yeah. So
but
I think I've mapped it out, and it first of all, it saves you money in the long run to go blood spawn or to go with the blood spawn over the seekers.
Yeah.
It's also easier to level the blood spawn because he's got claw and mighty blow and frenzy opposed to just frenzy.
I'll play devil's advocate there and say that while he may be easier to level, I think leveling Bloodseekers is more valuable.
I agree with that. However, there's only so many Bloodseekers you can level at a time. There's no way you're leveling 4 Bloodseekers at once. You can do 2, but you can't do 4.
Yeah.
So dropping down to I think it's 12 players. It's a pretty round team. So it's 5. It's a blood spawn, 2 seekers, and 2 Corn cores. And then
Oh god, you gotta buy 2 Gores and 2 Bloodseekers.
it's cheaper
That's
than
a
buying
lot.
it's cheaper than buying, what was it? I mathed it out. But it's also I'm also done with rerolls.
You go in with 3 rerolls with that?
3 rerolls.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So like I don't get that double. I don't get that eaten reroll cost.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna have to buy the 2 Corngors anyway.
That's a lot of linemen though. Those linemen are not very good.
But you're right. But as they die, because that's the issue, they die, right?
Mm-hmm.
I replace them with Bloodseekers and Corngors. I won't have to buy more linemen.
Theoretically, yeah.
I could have to buy more linemen. I lose like 6 of them, yeah. But like as they die, they get replaced with better players. So it cycles better that way. Instead of just me buying linemen, I'm buying better players. And I start with, in my opinion, the best player on the team, which is
He is very good.
the big red asshole.
The big red asshole.
So he just runs around punching people.
Do I play vampires this season?
I don't want to play. As much as I don't really think they're a busted team. I don't.
Oh, I definitely don't think they're going to be busted. I think
don't like teams like that.
I think they have very clear weaknesses. I think they have very clear strengths.
I do too.
But
they
I
don't,
think
and they definitely don't start with a skill pool that's insane. Like the best thing about them is
You
their
need to
high
develop.
strength. Yeah, the best thing about them is the strength 8 or the movement 8 and the strength 4. That's the best thing about them. So I mean, they have a pretty rock hard foundation in terms of like all you do is add skills to them, but and then they become fantastic. But yeah, they're not. They could, just like any team, they could fall apart pretty easily.
So the real
just based
question is,
off Bloodlust.
where do you work in pro? Because I think they need pro.
For Bloodlust roles,
Yeah,
you might want that in everybody.
I think pro is really good.
Thrower, like I would put pro. That might be the first thing I'd give a thrower. Honestly, is pro.
Maybe.
That reroll for lust, for picking up the ball, for everything. For throws.
After Blodge.
But
After Blodge, he says.
after Blodge,
I mean, that very well maybe.
I don't know if they need Blodge right away.
The earlier you get Blodge, the stronger it is.
Yeah, I mean, because you have less people that can.
You're running into less block tackle.
Yeah, exactly.
The earlier it is,
Less wrestle
it
tackle.
It falls off more later in the
Crap,
season.
I'm gonna need to build another wrestle tackle gore. I don't wanna do
Well,
that.
so pro was you were also working with. Actually, I don't know how. I don't think you had pro in anybody. Did you? I don't remember having pro on a vampire.
Yeah, you probably want pro on every single one of them.
I think you'll block pro dodge
Block pro on the thrower.
on a thrower.
Blocks first. Strength 4, I guess. You make better use of them.
So you need someone that can
Yeah,
blitz
probably.
and put targets down with a block.
Yeah.
And when you're blitzing something that has block, use the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Because like early in the league, you can still target plenty of things that don't have block,
Yeah.
and having that advantage, it gives a significant increase to putting them down.
I'm giving my blood spawn block.
You should,
I usually don't because it's such an investment. But
if you're starting with them,
yeah,
and you
that's,
can
that's the other reason why I start
Yeah.
with him is so I can get SPP with him as quick
go
as possible.
murder.
Yep, and then he has block, and now he is just the most terrifying thing. People, the frenzy block claw mighty blow is just a nightmarish thing to do, and then he's strength 5. He becomes my de facto blitzer until my team gets more developed.
Dude, am I doing this? Am I playing? Am I gonna play vampires?
I don't know.
I'm
gonna play Corn just for the hopes of murdering people.
I love playing Corn. Corn is my favorite team.
That's
hands down will always be my favorite team.
That's the other thing. That's the other reason why I'm starting with Blood Spawn. I just want to start with a dude who has block, claw, mighty blow, or not block, but claw, mighty blow.
Dude, it's nice. It's nice.
I'm just gonna start with it.
I mean, in my fumble league, I
hate when people
I put I hate Blarf. I love Blarf. But he Blarf stuff. All right, we gotta go. We're getting the signal. It is after 10. But in any case, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with us. We looked at some conquests. We talked about some Michigan GT. Brad brought up Blood Bowl. I mean, so you think crazy things do happen.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to making people hate their lives
Amen to
as
that.
much as I hate Blood Bowl.
All right, guys. Thanks. Terry Grandma, Blood Bowl, Conquest. Let's go. Bye-bye.